Mike, I want to finish with a question about you. You know, for a guy who is pretty intense and pretty serious about what you do, you also know how to play hard and you don't mind putting that stuff online. And I'm always wondering, was that a conscious decision or is that just Mike being Mike? Because I've seen you salsa dance, I've seen you play a mean keyboard, and you're pretty funny on Twitter as well. That was always an amazing contrast to see because you know when you're here or you're on Tucker, you're talking business, but we also get to see the other side of you. I'm just curious, why show people that, or is that just always you?
You must know the answer, Brian. You're that way too. I mean, I think your work is incredibly important. I said to you in person last time we met up that I think you're a braver man than me because you have, you know, a private business that is actually, you know, on the stormy seas of this thing, being directly censored by YouTube, you know, having the advertisers dogpile on it. You know, you are very much a man in the arena on that. And I see you breakdancing. I see you living life. I mean, you gotta live your life. You gotta have fun. You have to be an attractive presence that shows the fullness of life. Nobody wants, after a hard day of work, to get beat on the head by another way the system screwed you today. Even if the information is completely vital, they don't want it injected in a way that's going to, you know, cause adverse side effects, so to speak. I think to be an effective communicator in this, and frankly, this is part of the new coalition that we have. All my life growing up, I never joined the college Republicans. I never wanted to be aligned with you know, a certain side of things because there was no fun there. The parties sucked. They never had any cool bands. They didn't have a sort of joie de vivre. They didn't. You have to bring the fullness of life. I think that is part of winning, not just at the persuasive level, but at the cultural level. I think it sends a signal to other people that no matter how bad they screw you, you're still, you know, you can still have a good life, even if there's a hit piece about you on the A1 Sunday edition front page of the New York Times. Okay, here's me eating a hamburger and going for a ride in a convertible. That's not the end of my life. You know, and it won't be the end of yours when they come for you. I think you have to be a happy warrior about this, even when you don't necessarily want to be, because you know, the fact is, I think history tends to reward the merry little mischiefs. I think Elon is right that the most entertaining outcome is often the most likely. And so you have an obligation to not just have that sort of torch of freedom that you're holding up in the face of, you know, slings and arrows, but to have a barbecue cookout with that torch of freedom too, and invite all your friends along to have fun.
I think you're right on that, Mike. And I really I love watching that side of you as well. Both sides are amazing. And look, I just want to say thank you again for coming to Myrtle Beach and being a part of us screening that film at the Myrtle Beach Film Festival. And I always tell people, Mike, this story. I said it was a theater full of people that were there for the film festival, and there was the guy that ran it, and a bunch of our Academy members flew in. But there was one person in that theater who I cared what they thought of my movie, and that was you. And I looked over at you about 20, 30 minutes in, and I kind of thought you were like kind of smiling, and I was like, what's he smiling about? And then later you told me, you said, Brian, you were on the tip of that spear, but I knew everything that was happening behind the scenes, and that it happened years and years and years before, that set you up to take that hit in April 2020. And you were the first person, Mike, that explained to me what actually happened. And that made a huge difference to me, because not knowing sometimes is the worst part, because you're just confused. But you really allowed it to make sense for me. And it really, I think in a way, also gave me closure over what happened. So I could just kind of keep moving on and keep things going forward. And now we ended up premiering that movie on Alex Jones's show, the day that President Trump was indicted. So like you said, the most entertaining outcome that day. And I was there. We premiered the film. And then Alex, he kept me there for 2 hours and threw me back in the newsroom and said, "Get in there, Brian." And because he wanted me to commentate on the story of the day. And then we premiered it on X, and it's been watched like 15 million times. We won 20 film festivals, and finally people know what happened. So thanks, Mike, for being there.
It's a fantastic film. We Will Not Be Silenced. It's really incredibly unique in terms of how, you get to see the personal documentation of this. I mean, what I do is so from the other side of it. I learned a lot from watching the film, not just artistically, but even just the personal struggle against the machine and all the little pivot points along the way. I don't think I've ever seen a film that so uniquely takes you by the hand as you are trying to build and preserve your a media channel, a cultural movement, as you're sort of taking the slings and arrows of it all. So it's a great film, highly recommend, and I hope you do a sequel.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.